Here now is Cam Little out to get us started. And off we go from Jacksonville. A little juke. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Give to Cook out of the gun. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
That's good for a Bills first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Bills.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Allen going to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air, Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
2nd down and a yard. And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw, it's Allen. Now a screen set up for Johnson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And the Bills are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir from 3 yards out. And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster? Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. A 10-play drive that time. And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior, whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and he's doing everything in his power to follow through.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now a 2nd and 6. Another tote for ETN. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
3rd and 4. Here's Lawrence. And he is caught. And he is going to have a Jags first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
And the Jaguars first down. 1st and 10.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3 and out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
They'll run here with a rookie. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 and 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So on fourth down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. A beautiful fake. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Allen now looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
9 yards.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Throwing now is Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Allen to throw it. Setting up the screen for Cook. 4 yards to pick up, 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
2 1st downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Palmer going in motion right. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete here.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Allen. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
1st down. It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Bills.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And past the 30, down to about the 27. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Allen now on the sneak. And he is going to have a Bills first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He was brought down by Foya, Sade, and Lewican.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, a 22.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
The try here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Jaguars nothing.
So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Allen, nifty footwork. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive? Because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now an option play on 2nd down. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. That's completed right side to Palmer. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the gun, it's again to Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They run it again with Cook. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From the gun, it's Allen. That's taken in by Shavers. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
The more and more that we broadcast games, the more I realize how much this game is about the eyes. And in this case, they got fooled because the defense was checking out the eyes of the back, thinking he was getting the ball. Should have been looking at the QB, shouldn't they?
A little bit of a surprise indeed, and he was able to get forward for that 1 yard. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he is going to have a Bills first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
Now this time, Allen will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Allen. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll drop that underneath to Etienne. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Lawrence will throw. A short throw there to Strange. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd down and 4. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Jaguars 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. From midfield now, Lawrence. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
It's 2nd and inches at the 40-yard line.
Lawrence. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now Lawrence to throw. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll get this down to the 10. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Washington. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 2-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 2. Here's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tim Patrick, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars get a bit closer. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Now the extra point.
For the extra point.
And it's 17-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Shifts by him. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bills offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
to the air. Allen. That's again complete to Palmer. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Palmer going to go in motion left. Now Allen again. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
The 23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Lawrence. He's got Thomas yet again complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Jaguars, first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. A short throw there to Strange. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Jaguars, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw again. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, 54 yards. And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Jaguars, 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Good for Bills. First down. A gain of 14.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you downstate an hour or two to Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
Matthew Wright.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And he returns this to the 22. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Second half starts with a run by Etienne. And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
15 yards on the play.
That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's got it to about the 40.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
3rd down and 1. They'll run with ETN. And trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at him.
Well, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Lawrence now to throw after that last run. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Second down and 3. Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. Calling a gain of a yard. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. The carry here for the big tight end. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. Now the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And that will force a turnover on downs. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First down. A gain of 14.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
To throw, it's Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
10 more there and another first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Slant route going to be caught by Palmer.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
2nd and 5. Again, they'll throw with Allen. A pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And Knox is going to have a Bills first down as he'll take this down to the 22-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Palmer. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Gets around him. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Allen going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Khalil Shakir. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they're able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Jaguars 14.
That time a 9-play drive. And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd down and 6 now. Etienne once more. And he'll be brought down to right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 37.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's Lawrence to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
3-yard pickup.
And it's second down.
Second and 7.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They go play action now. Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Lawrence will throw. Complete to Washington. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
From midfield now, Lawrence. He gets it to Thomas. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. But to throw again is Lawrence. That is caught. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
That's another Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Lawrence running right on the option. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
It's a
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. Here's a 2nd and 5. Lawrence going to keep it again. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Lawrence to throw. This is caught. takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jacoby Myers, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Here's Cook again. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
The Bills on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 4. Now Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Bills first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. From midfield, here's Allen. Open man is Palmer. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught, take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the 4th quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Palmer going in motion right. Throwing now is Allen. That's completed right side to Palmer. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Allen to throw it. That's again complete to Palmer. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap and again to ETN. They find some open field here. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards on the ground.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. And out of bounds right around the 20. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now Lawrence. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brian Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter.
Bills 27.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. They juked him. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The visitors' offense and running back James Cook heading onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. All around great play by Devin Lloyd, using his athleticism to get to the backfield and his strength to stop him for a loss.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. That's complete to Palmer. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
That's good for a Bills 1st down. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Buffalo.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. To throw is Allen. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And the Jaguars have just about sewn up this football game.
At their own 36-yard line.
And now out come the Jags. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now ETN to start the drive. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Here's Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Allen and the Bills now down 28-27. A minute 37 remaining. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. Here's Allen. That's caught by Palmer. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Now 2nd and 4. Throwing, Allen. They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
2 yards. 1st down, Bills.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Allen. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Allen. That's taken in by Shavers. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
A gain of 14. And the Bills' first down.
Here's 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Here comes second down. Allen. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Third down. Here's a run by Cook. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10. A final shot now for Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.